The road to WrestleMania begins this Sunday with the 2016 Royal Rumble. I cannot wait for the Royal Rumble. It's been one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year, or I should say network specials because of the WWE Network now. But it's always been one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. So in this video, I'm going to be running down the card. I'm going to give some predictions. And here's my Classic Chris's preview of the 2016 Royal Rumble. To start things off, I'm going to be talking about Charlotte with Ric Flair in her corner, taking on Becky Lynch. Now, Charlotte's going to be defending her Divas Championship in this match. The thing that I like about this feud going on right now is that these two have been putting heat on that title. They're showing the desire and the want to be champion. And I like how Charlotte's willing to do anything to keep that title. And when you have the dirtiest player in the game in your corner, that helps out a lot. Like Ric Flair has been a champion, knows how to keep it. That's just his career. Ric Flair knows championships, and the fact that he's in Charlotte's corner is huge. It's brought a lot of eyes to the Divas division, and I like where this feud is going because both people want that title. Both these women want to be champion, and I think it's going to be a really good match. And my prediction is I think that Charlotte is going to walk out the Divas champion, and the reason why I think that is because I like seeing Ric Flair and Charlotte together. These two are a good pair, and I don't think that Becky Lynch would carry that belt with that oomph that Ric Flair and Charlotte carry with that title. Like how Becky Lynch did the challenge and Ric Flair cut that promo. It was like, she beat you once, she beat you twice, third time's the charm. You want a match, you got it. And he was wooing Charlotte's soul that she didn't want to put the title on the line. She's like, Dad, what the hell are you doing? That look on her face. I cannot wait for this match because it is a Divas match that is going to be good. Becky Lynch is a good worker. Charlotte's a good worker, and I could definitely see them they have chemistry in the ring, and I definitely see Ric Flair going to have his hand in it to keep that belt on Charlotte. That's why I'm picking Charlotte to win. The United States Championship match. Alberto Del Rio defending his title against the challenger Kalisto. Now, this has been an underrated feud. I like both matches that they had on Raw and SmackDown. I find it odd that you saw a title change hands on Raw, then on SmackDown. I do not see this title changing hands at the Royal Rumble. I see it going to be a very good match. This match could possibly open the show. If not, I think the Dean Ambrose match is going to open the show, and I'll explain why later. But right now we're talking Kalisto and Del Rio. This is going to be a good match. Both guys like working with each other, except for the one match where Del Rio got pissed off with Kalisto and literally tried to rip his mask off. But I could see this being good. Their match on SmackDown was good. Their match on Raw was good. Their tag match on Raw, Ambrose and Kalisto against Sheamus and Del Rio. I think that was a really good match. I like how the teams worked with each other. I like how they're selling this feud. I think it's going to be an interesting match for the United States title. But I see Del Rio walking out as champion because he's not going to win the Rumble, and they like keeping a belt on Del Rio. And it's always good to have a heel as a champion going into WrestleMania. Now on to the tag team title picture. We are talking the champions, the New Day, defending their titles against former two-time tag team champions, the Usos. Now, the Usos are looking to become tag team champions for the third time in their career. Now, they're an established tag team in the WWE. They were voted top tag team for 2015, even though a knee injury kept them out of the business for a bit. But they're the top tag team of 2015. They didn't get my vote because for some reason, there's something about the New Day and the Usos I just don't like. I don't know what it is, but I cannot resonate with these teams. There's just something about them, and I can't click with them. I don't know what it is, but there's just something. Like when the New Day first came in, I kind of liked them because, you know, they were given a crappy angle and they went with it. Like they worked their asses off, and now here they are, two-time tag team champions, and they're going into Royal Rumble as the champions defending against the Usos. But here's the thing. I started losing touch with them the moment they started doing the unicorn thing, you know, the finger horns, or they'd be wearing those horns that resemble strap-ons, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. That's why I don't like the New Day. The whole thing with the trumpet, I'm glad the trumpet's friggin' out of there because, you know what? I don't get it. It's like insulting our intelligence. I don't get it. Like, does WWE think that their fans are like still 5 years old? I don't know. But, and even the thing with the Usos, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like them. I don't get it. To me, they're like the John Cena of the tag team division. They always friggin' win. And at this pay-per-view, they're going for their third time to be champions. And I just, for some reason though, I'm going to say this right now. My prediction is I do not see the Usos winning. I see somehow Xavier Woods is going to have his hand in the match, and the New Day are going to walk out as tag team champions. They're going to go into WrestleMania, and that's where they'll drop the belts to the Usos. That is my prediction for that match. And you know what? Skip that match for me because I'm probably going to be going to the washroom, like, you know, take a dump, get some food during that match. But now we're going to talk about a match, in my opinion, that's going to steal the show. I brought this match up earlier. It's Dean Ambrose taking on Kevin Owens Intercontinental Championship last man standing match. Now this match, like I said, is going to steal the show. Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens hate each other. Great feud. I love the way they've been doing this. Dean Ambrose's desire to become Intercontinental Champion was established last year at WrestleMania 31. The whole ladder match build-up where Dean Ambrose was going into the WWE studios and he was looking down the hall of all the Intercontinental Champions, seeing how he wanted his picture up there. There's pictures like of Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat. He was talking about all these great Intercontinental Champions, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and he wanted his name listed in those with those names. And now it is as the Intercontinental Champion. These guys hate each other. I love where the feud's going. Kevin Owens, prize fighter, wants to be the Intercontinental Champion. Believes he will be one day WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I believe that as well because, in my opinion, Kevin Owens is probably one of the most underrated wrestlers on the roster. Kevin Owens is awesome. He should be your top heel. He should be right now. Right now with all the injuries that's happening, it's either Kevin Owens or Bray Wyatt should be your number one heel, and that belt should be on one of those guys. But until that's another video for another time. But Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose are going to tear the house down. But for some reason, I do not see Kevin Owens walking out there as the Intercontinental Champion. I see that title staying on Dean Ambrose. For some reason, Kevin Owens just has not had good luck in his matches against Dean Ambrose. I see this match tearing down the house. But the thing is, with the Royal Rumble matchup, look for this to start off the show. That's what I would do if I was the WWE. I'd have this to kick off the show, just to explain, you had to give these guys some time to recuperate before the Royal Rumble matchup, because the Royal Rumble match, like everyone knows, is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And now, speaking of that, here we are, Royal Rumble match, WWE World Heavyweight title on the line. Roman Reigns, number one. Now, this is the thing that gets to me about this match. Going in this pay-per-view, as soon as they mention that the title is going to be on the line, I'm like, boom, 2 years in a row, Roman Reigns is going to win. And I have a gut feeling that he is going to win. They are stacking the deck so much against him. First off, not only by putting the title up on the line in the Royal Rumble match itself, but now you're putting him in as number one. How many odds is he overcoming? This is worse than Lance Armstrong racing. Even though I'm going to get some jokes or backlash about a Lance Armstrong thing, but this is getting ridiculous. How much do you have to protect this guy? I've never seen the Pope protected this bad, and this guy's got a bulletproof case on his car. Come on. This is ridiculous. How much does he need to be sheltered and protected? I've not seen this since, John Cena. Even John Cena wasn't this protected at first. John Cena took some solid losses to start off his career, but this is just getting ridiculous. Roman Reigns is going to walk out your World Heavyweight Champion. That's my prediction for this match. And the thing, too, that they're building up, for Roman Reigns, too, they're how this is the first time the championship is being defended. Actually, they're technically right. It's the first time the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is putting his title on the line in the Royal Rumble match itself. The other time the title was up on the line was 1992. The belt was vacated when Ric Flair won the title. Neither Hulk Hogan nor The Undertaker were the champion at the time. So technically, the WWE is right. This is the first time the World Heavyweight Championship will be defended by the champion in the Royal Rumble matchup. But during that match, I hope we get some surprises. I really hope the phenomenal AJ Styles shows up, but I kind of don't, because if Roman Reigns is going to walk out champion, I don't want Styles anywhere near that guy, because he's going to spear him and make Styles look bad, just like he did to Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw. Now, speaking of Brock Lesnar, in my opinion, that's the guy that should win the Rumble, because he's the only legit guy you got on that roster. He is only the guy that could carry that belt. He's box office draws. When Paul Heyman says that it sells tickets, he's fucking right. I mean, it's friggin' right. It sells tickets. I didn't mean to swear there, and I apologize, guys, because I never swear on these videos. I try not to. But Brock Lesnar is the beast. He deserves to be the champion. But here's another possibility. Another guy that could come out of the woodwork, a surprise entry that has not been around since TLC. The Game, Triple H. Rumor has it that Triple H will be fighting Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32. Could Triple H win the title at the Royal Rumble just so he could defend it against Reigns and lose it to him at WrestleMania 32, so Reigns can have that accolade as well to his career of winning the title at WrestleMania? I really hope that does not happen. I really hope Roman Reigns does not win this Royal Rumble. I hope we get someone that we're going to like, because if the WWE remembers, Batista, Roman Reigns, booed out of the building. When it wasn't Daniel Bryan those 2 years, fans were pissed and they let you know it. But those were also more vocal crowds. This year's Royal Rumble is going to be in Orlando, Florida. I don't see the crowd reacting as badly as the other 2 years, but time will tell. We don't know who's going to win the Rumble, but if it is Roman Reigns or if it's someone that the fans do not want, I guarantee you're going to hear it. So what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Who do you think are going to win these individual matches? Leave a comment with your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe, and remember to keep watching Wrestling Talk with Classic Chris.